Good morning. It is Tuesday, May 25th. My name is Helen D. Thank you for tuning in today, whatever day it happens to be where you are. I hope everyone's doing well. It's a beautiful day here today. The sun's out, but it's nice and cool. Beautiful end of May. I thought I didn't have very much to show you guys, but then I gathered things up and there's a decent amount. So we'll see. We'll see how long this takes. Let's see, I always do my life updates first. 3 weeks of school left. I believe it's 3 weeks from today, actually, is the last day of school, mid-June. We start late. We start end of August, beginning of September. So then we usually go until mid-June. Sometimes we go later, but we had one snow day this year. So that was nothing. So 3 more weeks of school. My son is ready. He loves school, but this year, like he said, this is the first year I just want it to be done. And I said, I don't blame you. It was a rough year. He did great, but it wasn't fun. They aren't allowed to do a lot of talking, none of the fun stuff. It was just a hard year and he's ready for it to be done. So 3 more weeks. He's counting the days. This weekend is Memorial Day here in the US, so it's a 3-day weekend, and we will be busy because we need to plant the garden. We're behind. We haven't planted a thing. Usually we have it in by now. The hose hookup is on the front of the house. Our garden is just in the front of the house. We ripped out some bushes. That's the sunniest spot. It is directly up against the front of the house. It's a very non-appealing garden, but we don't care. None of the neighbors have complained yet. So the hose hookup is right in the middle of the garden and it's leaking really bad. And we use drip hose, so we need to leave it on. So we need to get it fixed. And John tried to fix it, but it's beyond us because it will need cutting and soldering. So the guy comes tomorrow. I need to go to the nursery and get our plants. We don't do from seed because we don't have a sunny enough spot and we have cats. So like I told a couple of my friends, I said, oh, we've started our garden. They're at the nanny's and I'm just gonna go pick them up. So they'll be decent size seedlings, and we'll get that done. Before I forget, I am going to include 2 little video clips at the end of this video. I watched last week, Amanda May of Artist Designs installed her some picture ledges and she did a bird wall, which is gorgeous. And I commented on it and she said, I remember you saying you bought ledges and I've been secretly hoping for a tour. And I thought, I've never shown them. So my craft space is also our office space. We share. It's the croffice and we share. And John's been working from home for 15 months. So he went for a walk yesterday and I went in there and filmed. So I have a video of that, just a quick one. And then I also, while I was up there and thinking of it, I did a quick little video of the nerd wall. I have a lot of new subscribers since I started our nerd wall. So I thought, well, I might as well show that too. So I videoed those and I will put in the description box the names of the charts that are there. I don't remember all the fabrics, but I can at least find the names of the charts and list them below if anyone's interested. So those will be at the end. I'll tack those on the end. That's it. So I don't know what I did the last 2 weeks, but I did not do a lot of finishing. I have one fully finish, and then I grabbed a couple others that I did start this week that are in process. So my one fully finish, this one I posted on Instagram, and this one's special because it's just a little ornament, but my son charted this. So he was in the art club at school and they were doing something and he said, oh, I wish there was a way that we could just like chart out pixels because he's into gaming. And I said, you mean like my cross stitch program? And he was like, ding. So he charted this one out. This is Mega Man, but it is Mega without hat. and his boomerang. So I just made that into a little ornament for him. And he stitched at least half of it. And then he got bored. So he asked me to finish it. So that is my one fully finish. And then I pulled out this week to work on Secret Santa, I believe. The ones from Hands On Design. I stitched 6 of these last year. So I have 4. Oops, that one needs its string cut. I have 4 that I cut the template, which she has on her website. This one has a string hanging off. So I have 4 started. So I lace these. And I use like a buttoning carpet thread. Who sews carpets? So I start it this way. And then I, kind of line it up in the front, and I start it on this way. And then when I get down to like here, I go up to a corner. And you can see I kind of do the corner and sew it together a little bit, and then go down to the other corner. And then I just bebop around until I get all of my corners, and then they're nice and tight. I probably should have used a lighter floss, but it'll be fine. So I'm trying to decide if I want to just do a plain back and sandwich them together like I did Scary Apothecary, or I might cut a piece a little bigger so that you see the fabric on the front. I haven't decided yet. But I thought I'll show you how I lace those before I get them all put together. That is the extent of my finishing the last 2 weeks. I have, oh, you know what? Before I forget, someone asked me on my chart with the beading if I would show the corner, the edge. I didn't do anything special. I just kept going around with my beads, and they just laid nice and flat. I didn't do anything different. I just zipped them along. So I have one finish. This was my car project. I think it was in my car on the last video. This is Heart and Hand Sunflower Sampler. This is one of those that's a kit. But my friend Paula from Instagram finished hers, and I commented on it, and she says, oh, I'll send it to you. So, and actually it's still not quite finished because it needs a little button, and I don't know where my buttons are. A little crow goes up there. So I used the called for colors because I had them, and this is just a scrap. I think it's Tyco. I know it's Picture This Plus, but I think it's Tyco. It's like a creamy, tan creamy. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna finish this yet, but it's done. And now I have a new car project. I stuck the Meow Block by Hands On Design. I'm working on the top, so I stuck that one in the car so that I can work on that. So what else have I been working on? Well, I'm still plugging away on my gamer Sal. This is the Pixels That Made Us Sal by PicStitch, and it comes out every Monday. What I've been doing is I started on Monday and work on it until I'm caught up. It takes 2 or 3 days, sometimes 4. This one took 2. I don't know why. If I had more time, it will spell out the word gamer. And I have a link below with how to sign up. You make a donation to a charity called Child's Play, and then you email Justin, who is the designer from PicStitch, and he gets you on the email list. So it will spell out the word gamer. Right now it spells out the word GAM. So the G is the Nintendo NES. The A is the Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advanced. The M is arcade games. And then the E, which I just barely started, is Sega Genesis. So since last video, I finished the M. It was this section up here, which when I looked at it, And I posted this on Instagram too. I was like telling my husband, like, yeah, you got this guy here in his mask, and you got Wolverine, and I kind of know who that is. And then you got Angry Mike Ditka up here, which is not who that is, but that's who I see. So the M is done, and then I know this is Ren or Stimpy from Ren and Stimpy, but I never watched that show because I didn't have cable. So plug away on this. So that's what I'm working on right now. Then last week when I finished that, I pulled out the Zodiac Sal by Tiny Modernist because I wasn't caught up. This comes out once a month at the beginning of the month, so I still had to do May, which was Gemini. So they're on there. They took a while. This one's hard for me because the only piece of fabric I had that was big enough was an 18 count. And I don't usually stitch on 18 count. And 18 count's one of those where I'm like, well, is it one strand or is it two strands? And I tried one strand and it looked not enough coverage, so I'm using two strands. But these are a lot of full coverage. So some spots it's a little snug. And some of like the lighter creamy flosses, my stitches don't look overly neat, but here's the whole thing. And then, like I said, there's Gemini. This is a piece of solo dyed fabric from Misty at Luminous Fiber Arts. So this one's good. I bet she'll release it early for next month. Sometimes if it's a weekend that it comes out, she releases it a little early. So that one's caught up. And then because I didn't have enough Stitchalongs, right? I started Satsuma Street's Wizard of Oz Stitchalong. I love Satsuma Street. I love Wizard of Oz. Can't go wrong. So this came out, it was supposed to come out the 15th, but she released it a couple days early too. So she released the whole border. It's a diamond shape. Now, I haven't cut this fabric, and my friend Cheryl is going to laugh at me because I always cut my fabric, and I didn't have the scissors, so it's long and annoying, but I haven't cut it. So it's a diamond shape. So she released what she calls the borders and corners, and I will not have them all done by the time the next one comes out. The first part is up here in this box, so I know I'm good for that, and then I'll just keep going. So that yellow is like the brick road, and then there's rainbows in all four corners, and then 5 like scenes or characters. And I'm using Picture This Plus Arial 14 count. I was a little afraid because the white wasn't going to show up with the white clouds, but then she has you backstitch them, so perfect. So that one is underway. And that's what I've worked on the last 2 weeks. I won't say all, that's a lot, but it's not a lot of variety. It's kind of the same things. All right, I'm gonna do purchases first because it's just one. Actually, I gotta show off these guys. So Becca from Sandbury Stitches had bought some bees, crocheted bees, for her bee display, and I'm like, oh my gosh, those are adorable. So I found a little free chart and I sent it to my mom, like, any chance you got any yellow and black yarn? And she made me 2 little baby bees. I have a little basket thing with my bee stuff in it, so these will tuck in there. Surprisingly, the cats haven't found them yet because then they'll be gross and under the couch. And then the only other thing I bought this week, wasn't even this week, when it came in, I got some more fabric. These are fat quarters, and I got these from Starlit Quilts. And I won't show you all of them. They're just, I mean, I will, but I'll just flip through. So these are for finishing. I had some of this dark one and I needed a little more, and then they had it in green, so I got both. But I did get some Halloween ones. So these are ones you'll see on some of my Halloween finishes. Oops, that's the same one. So these are from the same fabric line. This is called something that I can't remember. Midnight Magic. There's a new line. This was a last year line. There's a new line called Midnight Magic 2, but this is from the first line. So I just really liked these. They're like Halloween-y without being overly Halloween-y. I mean, that one is, it's ghosts. A check. And then I love this one in the end, which is black and white ghost, but they're small, so you can fit more in there. So those will be for some Halloween finishes. Honestly, right now, I think I have one Halloween whip, and it's Nora Corbett that I'm really hoping to get done this year. Haven't touched it so far. And I won't use one of those fabrics for that. But I do have a few smalls from last year that never got finished. So, giveaways. We have giveaways from last video. First of all, I don't know how many videos ago it was. I still haven't heard from Carol Newey, who won the Reindeer Block Party 25th chart. So Carol, let me know, get in touch with me. I put my email on your comment on the video that the giveaway was. So these giveaways were from Carla at Cobweb Corner, and they were pretty popular. We had a lot of people ask for both of them or one of them. So we have Winter Woods. Well, this is the 2021 Santa with all the animals. So the Santa is going to Beth Walker. And then the Night Owl Satsuma kit with like all the stuffs is going to Killy Loves Amos. And I did comment on both of your comments with my email, so you can get in touch with me. So thank you to Carla for those. And then this week we have two giveaways from my friend Penny, who runs thedailystitcher.com. And I always link her below too. So also, we have two giveaways. She is doing a giveaway on her, through her website. So starting now through July 4th, she's going to draw on July 4th. Anyone who makes a purchase, any purchase, will be entered. So what she is going to give away is she had some of these made up by Kelly Stadola. So this is called a Bitzy Keep. So it has like her logo and her little lady, and there's a magnet, I believe, in here. And then this is a needle minder that comes with. And you can, it comes with like the write-on sticky things so that you can put your flosses down here. And this is like the batting stuff to hold your little threads. So Penny is giving away to anyone who makes a purchase between now and July 4th, she'll draw on July 4th, a Bitzy Keep, as well as 2 charts of your choice from her website. So that's the giveaway from her website, The Daily Stitcher, and then she also gave 2 to me to give away. So they're both hands-on design, and they're both her new ones that just came out. Although then I saw she's releasing more. She's a busy lady. So we have this one, which is Turnip the Beet. Lettuce, turnip the beet, peas. So if you're interested in Turnip the Beet, say turnip. And then the other one is another of her banner series. And this was the patriotic one, the Liberty banner. And if you're interested in this one, say banner in your comment. Please be over 18 so you can legally give me your address. Don't say giveaway, and I'd appreciate it if you were a subscriber. So thank you to Penny for those. And that is the end of my notes. I'll attach those 2 videos. I don't know how the quality is. It wasn't It was kind of extra sunny in the front room and dark in the back room. So I'll attach those, and I hope everyone has a good long weekend. If you are in the US, there's no parades or anything going on this year. They were canceled, so we'll just be working in the garden. My parents are coming down. I think my house is clean enough. We've been doing, that's actually what I've been doing the last couple weeks, is every day I do like one extra thing. And some days it's big, like one day I wash the floors. And some days it's little, like I cleaned off, we call it the black table, but it's the table by the door that collects all the junk. Like you can see it now, just for a little bit. So I told my husband, I think my house is parent ready. It's mother ready, but it is not mother-in-law ready. There's a difference. So she's not coming until August. So that gives me all kinds of time to get mother-in-law ready. So I hope you guys are doing well. I'll attach those videos and see you again, hopefully in a couple weeks. Bye. All right, I'm going to show you guys my photo ledges. But first, here's Pepper in all her sunbeam glory. This is standard morning scene here in this room because it's in the front. So she lays there and basks and takes it all in and shows it all off. So this is my craft space. It is messy. It goes from being messy to clean, but mostly messy. John just went for a walk, so we share this room so I could kick him out. I didn't kick him out, he went for a walk. And I'm going to show you guys. So there's my ledges. I got the 60-inch ledges. They're nice and big. They're not overly deep. I wish they were a little bit deeper so I could layer things easier, but they're going to be great for changing things out. So I'm going to walk in. I'll show you the top row first. And I will put the information down below of what these charts are if anyone's interested. So on the top, that is a dragon from Firewing Designs. I have two up there. I don't remember the names, but again, I'll put them down below. It's done with a variegated, and it's stripy because it was in my son's room and he wanted it really stripy. Then we have Pretty Little Amsterdam. No, sorry. Pretty Little Paris from Satsuma Street. That is the Sense and Sensibility Sal from this year. Pretty Little DC. And then another dragon. I think this one is, one of them is Heliotrope. I think it's this one. And I love that green fabric. It's from Fabrics by Stephanie. And then on the bottom, we have, I don't want to step on Pepper, Chinese Zodiac from Frosted Pumpkin. This little koala is Frosted Pumpkin. They did that last year for the Australian wildfire relief. This is an Alice in Wonderland chart by StitchyPrincess Black on Etsy. Then we have Wesley and Inigo Montoya. These two Harry Potter charts I got in a Harry Potter swap, a couple of them a couple years ago, so I honestly don't know where the charts came from. I think Hagrid is in a book, a French book of designs, and then the other one I'm pretty sure is from Etsy, but I don't know where. And then Muno and Broby. My son watched Yo Gabba Gabba when he was younger, although honestly I think John and I liked it as much as he did, and my mom made those. And then this is Into the Jungle from Frosted Pumpkin. So that is my photo ledge. And I just love how easy it is to swap things around. I had some other stuff up there, and when I finished Sense and Sensibility, I moved it. So I'm really enjoying them. Alright, moving on to the nerd wall. This is my stitchy spot, my little stitchy corner, which is also a mess. This room is above our garage. We've always called it the playroom. So this is kind of the nerd wall. Some people have a sampler wall. I have a nerd wall. Eventually I'd like it to be all gaming, so we'll see. We'll start off with this one, which is the Nintendo Stitchalong, and this was by Armada Designs. A couple years ago, 2018 maybe. A couple of those blocks, like the football one and the one above it, my husband designed because he wanted to get some of his favorite games in there. Over on this side, you can tell we have some windows. This is a piece, a Zelda piece off Etsy. I'll put the information below. This is Fiddlesticksau. I have 3 Fiddlesticksau pieces up here. This is one for the Princess Bride. My sister actually stitched this one for me. That's a Wee Little Stitches Princess Bride. That's my contribution right now. They'll kick me out and want all their game stuff up there eventually. Solemnly Swear, which is Fiddlesticksau. And Elevenses, which is Fiddlesticksau. This dinosaur piece, my son was super into dinosaurs, but this is the one that I have a couple other pieces I need to finish and swap out. The Chocobo song, my husband actually charted this. It's from Final Fantasy, and all of those music notes had 2 or 3, I don't know, fractionals, and it's on Ada, but I love him, so I did it anyway. And then this is, like, I think it's called Mini Harry Potter, and that's Wee Little Stitches. That one's on their website. I don't think it's on their Etsy. So there is the nerd wall. I don't know if she's going to show up. Emmy was just down there causing trouble. Now she's hiding. She likes to jump in all my junk and then be surprised when it falls on her, as she's doing right now. She had to go to the vet today, so she's angry. Psst, 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 psst. Hey. All right, you guys, thank you.